never won a test against their pool opponents. It was close, however, between Samoa and Spain, 14-12 and 10-5, but then that was way back in 2006. Samoa have done incredibly well to qualify, considering they play virtually no 15s rugby at all, and most of the squad based in and around Auckland. And any number of colleagues of the ladies in blue, well, they play in black as well for the Black Ferns. They were overawed by the occasion when they walked onto the pitch in Makusi. Pristine conditions and billiard table-like surfaces greeted the players, and it's all credit to the French Rugby Federation for the excellent preparation of the resources here at Makusi, which is, of course, the national centre for rugby excellence here in France. Flags of both nations leading the teams onto the field in advance of the national anthems. Samoa seeded 12th for this Rugby World Cup. They've only ever played 18 tests in all coming into this tournament, so that makes it 20. Or will the 21st be lucky for the Manusina, as the Samoan ladies team is called? Slowly but surely making their way to centre ground, and it's good to see so many faces around the crowd here welcoming the teams. Many of the Irish supporters have stayed on, and they were in fine voice earlier on as Ireland, the first semi-finalists, through to the last four, and looking good as well. It's the first time an Irish side has ever gone through to a World Cup semi-final, be it men or women. So here we are then, lining up for the anthems of Samoa and Spain. From 1 to 22. I suspect someone's will be a little more emotional. Greeted with applause as the replacements and the management take their seats in readiness for the match between Spain and Samoa. Spain led by Ana Maria Aingenaren at 8, and she will combine well with Patricia Garcia, the scrum half, at 9 to get the outside backs, the dangerous outside backs of Spain going. And the playmaker clearly for Samoa is Bella Milo at outside half. And she has a flat pass, and she will look to release the threat in midfield of Faitala Marina and Brenda Collins. The referee for this match is from England, and she is Claire Hodnett. And she's assisted by her English colleague Claire Daniels and the local referee Marie Lamat.
We're just waiting.
Just waiting for the go-ahead from the sidelines at the stroke of 3 o'clock. And a little tension, I suspect, around the field at the moment. Both teams looking for their first win. No one wants to end up bottom of the heap, do they? But Samoa, they've done well to qualify, in all fairness, when you consider that most of this team, all bar three of the squad, play the rugby in New Zealand and mostly around Auckland. Just 3 islanders in this squad of 22. So to get the game underway, it'll be Bella Milo from the Auckland Marist Club. She does a little bit of coaching there as well. Highly rated player.
Okay, thank you very much.
As finally
Ladies,
the call does come through.
time on!
The Samoa in their traditional blue shirts. No cultural challenges displayed by the Samoan Manusina. I half expected, is it the Simbitao?
Stop, Red! Stop!
It's the first touch of the ball then. It is the number 8, Apola Cariciano, one of the islanders playing in the squad from the Vayala club. Taking it up is Charlene Fangalilo, and she will be used to good effect to hit up. Clean take by the Spanish fullback, and she's Vanessa Real. Can play at wing 3/4. She actually moves back to fullback for this one. 18 caps now to her name. She played fly half against Canada last time out. And this is where the contest is going to be keenly fought, I feel, Simon, amongst the forwards.
It certainly appears that way early on, doesn't it? Spain very well organised at the breakdown, however, good conservation of the ball. A lot of open space in behind there for the fly half. Marina Bravo to kick into. Good chase as well, trying to pin Samoa back in the 22 here early.
Leilu Alai is the Samoan fullback, but it's Justine Luatua, the left winger, who's penalised.
Just see there, Luatua lost her feet at the breakdown, didn't she? She was on her knees, and the referee rightly penalising her on that occasion, trying to encourage everyone to stay on their feet. Don't want people going off their feet at the breakdown.
Blue, take the line, please.
And interestingly, Spain going for territory, going for the line-out.
Take.
You can either read that as 2 ways. Obviously, a lot of confidence in their driving maul, or not a lot of confidence in the goal kicker. But anyway, as it is, it's a fine opening here for the Spanish side.
So Samoa on their heels early on here, then, or on their toes, perhaps I should say. The defence is being tested as Spain drive on. It's a concerted effort. Ball has gone to ground, and the Spanish ladies are lying very deep, with the left winger back on her own 10-metre line. And that is Elizabeth Martinez. Taken up again at forward. The ball spills out. Didn't go forward, though. Spain will get the put in.
And again, concerted play by the 8 up front on that occasion there. No thoughts of spreading the ball wide on that occasion. A lot of the forwards are on the ground on that occasion. It was Patricia Garcia, the number 9, who did try to take it on. As we'll see here, a pile up here. No way of that ball coming back. Samoan player trapped it on the side. The referee rightly giving the ball to the team going forward here. First scrum. We'll see how they stack up here in this one.
Coach! 5! Set!
The Spanish ladies certainly have a height advantage at the lineup. Perhaps that's why they went for territory rather than to the post.
Excellent scrum here.
Well controlled by the captain, Anna Maria Aignerian.
I think they'll take the scrum here on this occasion as well. They'll feel very happy with that, with the work by the, well, particularly by the front row, but scrummaging all about the work is 8. We'll see here concerted effort coming in from the side of the scrum. The two flankers doing extremely good work there. On that occasion, Del Palm, Medding. Reset again, the control at the base of the scrum from the captain also was excellent. Another good hit here, very stable scrum.
4 minutes gone, Spain's at 5 meters out. Controlling again at the base is the captain, Mike Nearin. Driving forward, just scrapes that one back, and the try surely must come. And it has, confirmed eventually. And it's Berta Garcia now on the right, one of the Garcia sisters, who gets the opening score in this match for the Lionesses of Spain, coming from the powerful drive on the scrum.
We'll see here, straight through the push, straight through the middle of the scrum here. And on this occasion here, well, the captain just did lose control of it, but good awareness knowing that Garcia, she was around there. And on the left hand, so it was Luatal there, slightly lost her marker. Well, she should have been really held her width on that, getting sucked in when she saw the ball spill out of the scrum. But Agreenan did very well. Good awareness, Garcia as well. Good finish there. Dominant start here by the Spanish forward pack. They'll be delighted with this start, I think. The close quarter play, they're looking very strong already, aren't they? And taking that Samoan scrum apart twice in a row there. Worrying signs there for the Samoan coaching staff. Very tough to try and reorganise your scrum after only about 6 minutes of play here. And I'm sure messages will be coming on as to what they can do to try and improve things next time round. Otherwise, it is going to be a long afternoon if they don't get that right.
Good effort from younger sister Patricia, attempting to convert older sister Berta's try, but it's first blood into Spain, and they lead Samoa by 5 points to 0 with just over 5 minutes on the clock. These teams are looking for a place in the semi-finals of the second tier, 5th to 8th. Both teams coming into this match without a win. England and Canada, of course, the other two teams. It's a difficult pool for Spain and for Samoa. Good clearance, and the breeze probably favouring Spain in this first half. The flags on the far side, indeed if they are flags.
So the gap first, please.
So Spain will be happy with that start. And the way that the scrum has gone in particular. Palm down there by the captain, Cynthia Ta'ala, for the Islanders. Influential player in the Samoan setup, Ta'ala. Strong ball carrier, the oldest in this Samoan squad. Good tackling, 2-on-1 by Spain. Quickly snapped up though by the fullback. That's Lelo Ayali. A little too eager on that occasion.
Keep coming, keep coming!
So taken quickly by Bella Milo. Samoa out of their own half for the first time, driving hard in midfield. This is where they're pretty good in the pick and go. Showing good strength there was Marinati Petala Marina, the Samoan number 12. Again, it's quickly taken up by Milau. Into the Spanish 22. This looks good. They can hold on to possession here. See where they come unstuck time and again against England and Canada. Driving hard as you'd expect them to. Good control. The Spanish defense being tested here. But not found wanting. Still they come. Driving forward slowly but surely. Now it's out to Milo in midfield. That's Fatala Marina. Referee happy he didn't go forward. power there from the Islanders. Milo steps back inside. Just lost forward there by Tulua. Leluayali. So good period of play there by the Islanders, and they will get a penalty.
Excellent passage of play there for Samoa. We see the power of Samoa. We see in the middle of everything as Bella Milo, she looks to be running, just pulling all the strings here, slotting in at 9, this time back out to 10. She'll look to set the runners through the midfield again. Restricted play, maybe, without a doubt, but they are effective in what they're doing.
Leading the charge there was Charlene Fangalilo, the hooker, looking for support here from Tailangi Mifi. But again, Spanish ladies driving the Samoans backwards, and they're winning a penalty against the Samoans for holding on.
It was Kirisiano on that occasion, just isolated. The play was possibly, really should have been to switch it back to the left-hand side and put it into the hands of Bella Milo on that occasion, but they opted to play to the right, and it was the fly half, first 5, out half, whatever we want to call the number 10 throughout the world. Yeah. Number 10 will stick with. It was Marina Bravo who came over the top with an excellent tackle and allowing them to relieve the pressure here. Just see here, great technique. The leg drive and the tackle is the important thing, as she was able to keep on going. She'd won the height of the shoulder height, if you like, meaning she'd got herself well underneath the number 8 there from Samoa and drove her back. Great defensive play there from Spain.
So 10 minutes gone, Samoa missing an opportunity. They've shown what they are capable of. Solid tackle coming in from Vicky Campbell. That's 7 for Samoa.
It was very easy to read for the Samoan defence on that occasion. Bravo taking the ball across, looking to switch with her number 12 there on that occasion. Barbara Pla, and you would just see here the ball jolted loose there under excellent pressure from Vicky Campbell there. Good defence from Samoa. Let's see if they can get the scrum right on this occasion.
Stand up, please. Go out, please. Driving forward, shoulder out. Nice and straight.
Spain giving away a lot of weight advantage in the scrummage, in the scrum and the battle between the two packs. However, technically they do look very well organised. It just shows the difference of 8 working together, all on the same sheet, if you like, and everyone just following one rhythm. That allows them to function together effectively as a unit. Once again, that's a great piece of scrummaging from the Spain pack.
Yeah, getting down low and under the Samoan front row.
Well, the referee ruling the scrum wasn't completed, the ball didn't come out correctly, so Spain, they'll have to go again. So this is one passage, this is one phase of play where Samoa are going to avoid this all afternoon, aren't they? They're going to have to do not want to get into scrum after scrum after scrum. 1, they're struggling up front, and 2, physically, and both mentally. It really can take its toll if you're on the back foot all afternoon.
Lots of space on the near side here, and that's where the Samoans want to probe. Lovely hands bringing in the fullback, Mele Leluayali. The hooker. Fangalilo prominent against Canada and England in carrying the ball forward. Milo. Again, the Spanish defence holds firm. They have it, but it's illegally done once more. Hands in the ruck. That's not allowed. Milo quickly taken. The offload to the lock forward. Helen Collins. Sister Brenda is in this side as well. And if they've got some of the determination of the brother Jerry, well, they're on to a good thing. Almost cost them dearly though, and the Spanish centre Barbara Prahl latched onto that one. Quite capable of running in from a distance.
Some more example of the scrummaging here under pressure. They did extremely well to clear it though from the base of the scrum. Well, this was a previous scrum that collapsed and was reset. Barbara Prahl, well, she took a bit of a gamble there, shooting out of the line. There would have been a 4-on-1 on the outside had the pass gone to hand. It wasn't the case. She did read the play extremely well there. Just a little bit more depth possibly needed by the Samoan attack. It's been in evidence, well, particularly day 1 and day 2, these shooting defences, if you like, from the outside. They're really trying to put pressure on the attacking team, on their passing ability, and it's certainly, you know, for the teams at the top end of the competition, we've seen some, you know, some real quality handling, and they're able to unpick that sort of defence. At this level here, possibly we'll say in the bottom half of the competition, the skill level not quite as high, the passing ability not as good, and therefore that rush defence is able to put them under real pressure there, and Spain gambling on that occasion, and well, just about paying off for them.
You can see the teams that have not had the exposure on the international stage, they're suffering a little against those teams that have progressed. New Zealand, Canada, England, USA, and Ireland, as we've already seen. But here comes Samoa once more through the fullback, almost with a breakthrough. Good tackle there from Skibon in midfield for Spain, but still they can. Determined fashion, scrum half back to Genia Muavai. Scrum half was Tulua Lelo Ayalihi. Milo, lovely hand off there from Helen Collins. Can she get to the try line? Samoa looking to get back on terms here with 14 minutes on the clock. That early score from Spain. One more pass, perhaps not the best of passes from Milo, but Samoa well initially to retain possession with that tackle from Bunta Garcia. The player and the ball into touch.
So we'll just see here, it was on the end of the missed pass, and Garcia does extremely well again. They're really getting numbers across and working hard defensively, aren't they? Lifting up, knowing full well not to complete through the tackle, not to take her through the horizontal in the air, otherwise the cathedral tackle, the spear tackle, the tip tackle.
Cathedral tackle?
Oh yes, that's the French take.
Really?
Sorry, cathedral.
Cathedral. I have to remember that one. Yeah. Because of the spire?
No idea, I'd imagine so, yeah, the Placage Cathedral.
Oh,
there we go.
Make a note of that. Yeah, Samoa have certainly suffered because they lost the services of young Polumu, their fullback, in the first game. Nothing malicious in the intent, but it was an awkward, clumsy sort of resting pile driver sort of tackle on the English player that cost her dearly. And out of the competition as a consequence. So Spain looking quite comfortable in defence. It's been tested in the opening 15 minutes, in the last 10 minutes. Feeling the pressure from Samoa. It's their tight head prop, Genia Muavi.
And they are looking comfortable without a doubt. You've got to say Samoa are impressive with their ball carriers. The more you feel if they can get Helen Collins, the second rower, out of the midfield more running with the ball, she looks extremely dangerous, doesn't she? And also the fullback has been just drifting off the passes nicely into space as they come again, Samoa.
Yeah, through Marinati Fatala Marina, one of many players for the Ardmore Marist club, a fairly new women's development. Drive into midfield again. That's the fullback. Spain are there in numbers. And have won the turnover.
Inside.
So from inside the 22, the outer half, Patricia Garcia Rao finding Talilangi Nefi. An amazing drive into midfield, gets support from Rita Lili. Still they come looking for that try for Talamarina. This looks promising. But in the way once more was the Spanish right winger, Dr. Garcia.
Tries been given. I thought she had done enough there to get back and make a huge cover tackle. Superb play by Samoa on that occasion, and at the heart of it, well, it was Faitala Marina who did extremely well there, turning the defence inside and out. And Brenda Collins, that's a great finish, because I thought Garcia had done an amazing job in defence here. Well, listen to the initial run here from Nefu, superb, great balance here, and awareness to get the ball to the outside. They knew they had players stacking up out on the side through Vicky Collins' hands, and here she goes here. There's the handoff on Garcia. Garcia doesn't give up on the job, however, driving. That's a superb finish there. Shifted the ball into the right hand, placed it down, touch judge and referee on hand. Assistant referee rather, on hand to award the try. Well played Samoa, and that will give them real confidence. They know that they can go at this Spanish side. Well played Samoa.
Well played indeed, and it was that mazy run from the right winger Talilangi Nefi, initially beating 3 Spanish defenders, which gave them an opportunity out wide on the left, and Brenda Collins, well, she's a tenacious outside back in the family tradition. Good score. So to give Samoa the lead, it's a difficult kick from way out on the right. Quite out of the distance, didn't have the height either. So it's all tied up at 5 points all, and it's been all Samoa in the last 12, 15 minutes or so since Spain claimed the opening score. So Spain 5, Samoa 5. A huge roar of support comes up from the crowd on the near side here. And once again, it's a goodly crowd here at Makusi. Taken by the scrum half, Leilu Ailai, two sisters, scrum half and fullback. Turning her back against the storm was Rita Lilihi. Blindside flanker, Milo into the wide open spaces. And, Spanish fullback, Vanessa Real has to run over for that one, but it's quickly snapped up by Justin Luatua. And Samoa again in the driving seat. Oh, what a shame. Real made something of a hash of that one. And, quickly in to snap up the ball was Justin Luatua.
There was no knock on, it went backwards.
To see Real at the back here. As soon as he heard footsteps coming, there was incredible pressure. There was a great kick initially. There we just see from the fullback. Walali, unfortunately, just getting a little bit excited, sensing. I just wonder whether she went the right way. The play was stacking up out to the right there. Beautiful kick, though, out of defence into the space there by Milo. Making Real move. Got to shift this back three around for Spain. As she's seen the space, kicked very well into it.
Take him back.
Spanish backs up very quickly, but the right winger Talilangi Murphy is way back, waiting for the kick, perhaps. On their own 10-meter line. A step from the prop, Isabel Rico. Looking for the gaps then. They're running out of space on the near side here. There's Elizabeth Martinez. And a chance for a water break, which is probably welcomed by both sets of players. Not as hot today as it has been. We've had a few showers overnight, which has freshened things up a little. Supporters for both teams enjoying the spectacle as it's tied up at 5 points all, 20 minutes gone.
We have to enjoy the Spanish endeavour from the scrum inside there. 22, very good line there, taken by the 12, Barbara Prash. She did extremely well. Unfortunately, the ball just lost a little bit of control. And then it was back into the playmaker's hands. Bravo trying to take it on, turning the defence inside and out. Just got a little bit sideways on the outside. The defence able to shepherd Martinez into touch on that occasion.
Future prospect for Samoa by the looks of it. You probably got a glimpse there of some red polo shirts. Will keep rugby clean and be supernatural. Writ large will all today's matches, and players and coaches and managers wearing the Keep Rugby Clean t-shirts during the warm-up, and they also have received anti-doping education during the competition. We're reminded, of course, that the IAB does operate a zero-tolerance policy to drug cheats in sports in partnership with the World Anti-Doping Agency. Keeping rugby clean. Keeping the powder dry here, Samoa. As play restarts at 5 points all. In goes Rocio Garcia, the Spanish tight head prop, to try and release the ball from the University of Coruña. Solid. Helen Collins drives into midfield, sets it up for Milo. Once again, testing. Vanessa Real has to be on her best behavior to secure that one. Berta Garcia in close support with Spain going backwards. Samoa there in numbers. Spain should have this well covered though. just inside their own 10-meter line. Going to set up the rolling maul. Again, Spain organise themselves in the back line, lying deep. Could be a player advantage out on the left if the ball does come quickly. And here it does come. And once more, it is the fullback Royale. She did have Elizabeth Martinez on her shoulder. Good defensive effort there from Murphy, but she has to release the ball. And she might regret that decision, as the referee, Claire Hodnett, went immediately to her pocket. You've already mentioned zero tolerance in respect to doping and what have you. Well, there's zero tolerance for deliberate infringements as well.
Back, please.
Sometimes it's better perhaps to give away 3 points than 5 or 7.
Time on, 14 blue.
Well, it was interesting, wasn't it? Because it wasn't really a tackle that was made. She stayed on the ground, and I thought the Spanish, the winger there, Martinez, showed very good awareness. This was great play. They did extremely well. Why were they able to get the numbers out so easily? Because the ball was made available. It was quick ball. No late tackle there. Real with the kick ahead. No problem. Committed into the tackle. Courageous stuff from both players. The yellow card came on the end of that, unfortunately for Samoa. Under pressure again.
Yeah, Torton that Spanish line-out. They look to regroup around the ball. Samoa not for the first time penalised in the ruck area. Coming in from the side this time, clearly shown by referee Claire Hodnett.
Yes, she had no choice but to penalise. They'll take the scrum on this occasion, you can be sure of that.
Yeah, good decision to second the 8 Samoan forwards.
Scrum half, please. Coach! Bind! Set! Hold!
Ellie Martinez standing some 8 to 10 metres back from the scrum, the left winger. Controlled by the captain. As the scrum collapses in a heap. Good strength being shown once more by the Spanish ladies. Penalty has to be taken from the spot indicated by the referee, so they'll come back. A lot of talking, a lot of chattering going on.
Ladies, we must stay strong and stay up, please.
She's looking for clarification on what was actually penalised in that scrum. Well, Spanish 8 just driving right over the top of them. Samoa capitulate yet again. Have they got the resources to hold out this time? If you feel any mistake here, the referee will be going straight between the posts for a penalty try.
Drive comes on from Spain. Again, it's well controlled by the captain, and once again it goes to ground, and as you rightly called it, Simon, referee Hodnett straight round behind the posts.
Well, the contest interesting to watch here is against Isabel Rico on the loose head. Muavi for Samoa got absolutely turned inside out, and when your body is pointing in the other direction towards your own goal line, it's very difficult to get any forward momentum.
That was collapsing the scrum, second time in a row, penalty try.
We'll just have a look here on this side here of the scrum, just next to the number 9 here. Just look at the tight head prop here from Spain. Well, she's been turned around completely. And total domination in this sector of the game so far for Spain.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me somewhat, that Spain are very, very well organised. Patricia Garcia from in front of the post this time to allow the conversion of that penalty try.
It just shows, doesn't it, when the lessons that people can take out of watching the women's game of rugby is that there's no, because we're not dealing with possibly the men's game, we say it's been become a little bit overpowering today with in terms of size, in terms of power, weight of athletes. What we're seeing here is technique as opposed to size. And when the technique is well organised, well coached, and very cohesive, this is where we see the yellow card. It's there, no tackle being made, but she does have to let go of the ball on the ground. And I think the referee, well, she felt it was probably a try-scoring opportunity there for Spain, and justified in giving that yellow card.
Well, at a higher level in this competition, we haven't seen too many resets at scrum time.
No, and I think that's, we're hopefully, we're going to see this flow into us. We just see the knock-on from the captain there, doing from the kick-off. But I think we're going to see this flow into the men's game also. The directive of closing up this gap now, trying to take out the hit, which they never wanted in the scrum. And just seeing that fold in, seeing the scrum is stable at the point where the ball has been put in by the number 9. It's certainly the directive that's been coming through the Northern Hemisphere for this upcoming season. Reports around the place from early pre-season games, particularly in France, we're seeing an improvement. Let's hope it stays that way, because no one wants to be watching reset scrums. Huge effort again from the Spanish forward pack. Yeah, the captain won't be happy there, will she? 2 knock-ons in 30 seconds.
Ana Maria Ignaran is the Spanish captain, Colombian-born, from Medellin in Colombia. She started training in Colombia with no rugby balls. She started playing with a plastic bottle full of water. So she says. She's now a naturalized Spanish citizen.
That may explain the knock-ons. Anyway, I'll be very harsh on it. Love those stories, and it's such a the cultural differences out here is wonderful to see, isn't it?
Certainly. So Samoa, one short out wide on the right, Mefi in the sin bin. It was the fullback Leilu Alai who came up to fill the void there as Spain come in search of a score which will bring them back within striking distance once again. It's Charlene Fangalilo taking it up out wide. Milo, just that short pass to Cynthia Apinero, the loose head pop forward. Another Ardmore Marist representative. Spain.
Well, Samoa just guilty of isolated runners at the moment, and they're not able to get the support there quickly enough. They are winning the contacts, they're winning some soft shoulders, if you like, so allowing them to place the ball, but we'll just see on that occasion there, it was the scrum half, Luilali, just too slow there, really, to clear that ball away. She was held up coming from the last passage of play, and another opportunity blown there by Samoa, unfortunately, which down. They've conceded 7 during the yellow card period, but they're only trailing by 7. When we see the way the scrum's been dominated, you'd expect them to be trailing by an awful lot more after a half hour of play here.
Yeah, it'll be interesting when it's 29 minutes gone into the second half.
Oh, it certainly will be. That's you're dead right. That's when when the wheels can fall off at times.
Early push.
Samoa penalised for the early push, and away comes the Spanish captain. Good leg drive to midfield, driven on by the second row, Maria Ribera. A big hit from the captain, Samoan captain, Talaha. Spirited effort there from the Spanish scrum half, or the outside half rather. Good hands once more. Oh, lovely work here by Spain, if they can work it out right. With his advantage, Samoa. Schiavone. Well, I mentioned the excellent skills of the 7th exponents in this Spanish side. They have plenty of experience in the short code, and you'd expect the handling to be a little crisper.
Just an injury and back play there to Helen Collins, I think it was, on that occasion, coming in for the big shot on Real. Unfortunately, she came off second best here. Looks to be just cut around the lip area. Let's just see here. Lining up, clash of heads. Real did well to hold her feet, but she lined up the tackle early.
Well, there it is. We've been talking about technique. Poor technique of the tackle, I would suggest.
It's not great. You just got to try and bring things down a little bit lower there. I think she was aware she was possibly just going to be a touch late to get the ball and all tackle and try and stop the ball, and really just in desperation they sort of forgot about technique, threw herself at it, but oh.
mentioned the passing skills there, Simon. There is talk and there is experimentation with a smaller ball these days. Just a slightly smaller ball, which might facilitate improved handling in the women's game. They've been resistant to the idea of a smaller ball in recent times, but I think at the moment they're looking to experiment with a smaller ball.
Well, I think possibly that the resistance has come from, and again, I'd be a total novice here, Win, and I'd be wrong to give my opinions on it, but I can't help but think a smaller ball would benefit them without a doubt. Just for the handling purposes alone, and we'd see, because they're more than capable, we're seeing some of the players here with great skills, offloading one hand, able to get the arms through the tackle and the reverse style passes. And if the ball is just that bit smaller, the hands are obviously a bit smaller, they keep control of the ball. And that's what it's about, and people want to see the ball being moved. I'm sure they're going to get a lot more enjoyment out of playing the game as well. They can start to bring in new styles of passes into the game.
Good scrimmage effort again from Spain. And referee Hodnett happy that the ball went backwards. Spain looking to build from here, and it's spilled. And Fangalilo goes to ground just inside their 10 meters. Options left and right here for the Islanders, still down to 14 players. Again, coughing up possession. As it's Eigner to put the Lionesses on the front foot. Referee allowing advantage to Spain now. Oa Gonzalez, their third Rugby World Cup, the Spanish hooker, taking it into contact. So plenty of aggression being shown there by the Spanish hooker. Good contest, good competition for the ball.
Not entirely legal, one would suggest, but nonetheless, the referee, who's had a very good game thus far, was caught on the other side of the field. There was clear, other side of the breakdown, rather clear. Hodgson, she wasn't able to see, but well, it's the Spanish 6 on that occasion there. Rita Lili going off her feet, but unseen. Play on.
Stoppage for an injury to the Samoan hooker, Charlene Fangalilo.
I think we're going to see more and more of these stoppages as time goes on during this game, as they look to try and take the sting out of the Spanish onslaught, if you like, at the moment, because they're certainly starting to pick holes through the midfield. Around the breakdown, it's becoming tougher out there because of the work because they've been put under such pressure at scrum time. Samoa, hard to get your head out of that scrum, get into a defensive line, and then carry on with your work in there. Always a huge demand on the tight five rugby physically. Their work is, well, so often goes unthanked, I think, by particularly those on the outside. And just thank goodness I just never had to play in there.
And again, it's a solid scrimmaging from Spain. Samoa looking to organise their defences as Patricia Garcia, away she goes, gets her support from Angela Delpan. And in no time, it's a second score for Spain.
What do we know about number 9s worldwide? They're always on the lookout for the opportunity, aren't they? They're snipping away at the heels of their 8 in front of them. We talk about the work, the stuff, the unseen work that they're never really thanked for. Well, this is on the back of the scrummaging being performed by the 8 there. Ignorin, well, she was, there was the penalty. She was aware of Garcia straight away. She saw the half gap. She would have, I think, probably got a yellow card for her team on that occasion there because the defence weren't aware to it. And it was the 7. Angela Delpan, who did very well, always aware what's going on around you. Garcia, well, she's been looking lively, hasn't she, right from the start of this game, and well, she has a chance to convert her own try. Very good play there, and on the back, once again, of this dominant scrum.
It's almost centre field. Garcia strikes it well. Good kick, good score, and Spain go out into a healthy 14-point lead. Taking advantage of the extra player as Murphy comes back. Samoa back to a full complement. Spain 19, Samoa 5. Squiffy one that didn't cross the 10 meter line. 6 minutes to the break. Impressed by the work rate of the Spanish captain Aignar in the opening 34 minutes. Lives in Valencia but plays rugby in Madrid. Spain going backwards now, and Martinez to the step, the offload. Roberto Garcia coming off the right wing. Two forwards in the midfield, here ducking into the tackle just as well, I think, for Isabel Rico. Spain getting into the stride here through Marina Bravo with a handoff of the Samoa number 8, who's still down. That's Cariciano. And in some discomfort.
Use her foot.
They want to be careful here.
Yeah.
Use it.
And the referee's right on the spot.
Hand out!
Advantage Spain. And finally Cariciano will receive some attention.
Come on, please. Play down there.
Looked innocuous enough.
Certainly did. Got very concerned for Wanake as the ball came sort of approach to it. Looks like it's just a shot to the quad.
Okay.
Always from our own player, you did right, innocuous enough, and often the body not quite ready for it. You're not anticipating the shock, and that occasion there, she's got the knee right into the quadricep there.
She's got a heavily strapped right knee already.
Okay. You're good to go. Thank you. Sorry.
She's back up on her feet.
Water up!
So Helen Collins has left knee, I think, that did the damage.
She knew it as well. She's really going to struggle here, I think, to continue.
It was a hint of a dead leg there by the looks of it.
Yes, very brave her up, and she's got limping away at the moment, as she's not going to be helped by the half-time break coming up in 5 minutes, because everything tends to cool down and you've got to restart again. It's always a bit difficult.
Spanish supporters in fine voice. They can afford to be with their team ahead by 14 points. Little scrappy at the moment.
What would you like? Scrum or line? Scrum. Not straight.
Choice is a scrum.
Thanks, Claire.
I think they'd be quite happy to scrimmage all day, wouldn't
so.
they? Yeah.
Crouch. Bind. Set. Hold.
Spain qualified for this tournament with huge wins over Sweden, 55-0, the Netherlands 78-0, and Italy 38-7. But that was almost 12 months ago. So they've found tries hard to come by against England and Canada. So they're looking good here. 3 tries already. One more will bring them a bonus point, and that should see them through to the
Well played.
second tier. Long striding Vanessa Real. Neat little scissors with Patricia Garcia. We've seen this time and again on the SEMS circuit. But good, solid tackling from Samoa brings her to ground. It was the Sinbind player, Tyler Langley Murphy, it was, the right winger. Spain not done yet, and trying to create something in midfield here. Good hands, the offload there to Berta Garcia. Played in the Rugby World Cup semis in Moscow 12 months ago, along with her colleagues in that back line.
Use it.
Aignar and the captain barking the orders here as the possession is lost.
7 release.
Ooh, this is a solid clean out in there.
Murphy, she set up the try earlier on for Brenda Collins. Can't retain possession though. Spain will start all over again, just inside the 10-metre line. The short pass there to Diana Gasso, the lock forward.
Vantage over.
Just 3 caps to her name before today. Barbara Pla, 40+ caps. Berta Garcia, over 30 caps. 2-on-1. Vanessa Real is not going anywhere.
Offside.
Well, it's a knock-on that rebounded into the hands of Garcia there, and I just feel the referee's got that call slightly wrong. It's a very harsh offside. Under the letter of the law, yes, you are right, but it's in these situations here we like the referees to have a bit of a feel for what's going on out there. I think she's controlled the game extremely well, as we mentioned earlier. We'll just see here, as we come in just into the contact area here, the ball spills out, bounces up, and the natural reaction is what? Play the ball. It's unfortunate for Spain, but they really are starting to dominate, aren't they? They're just, you feel physically they've got the measure. Oh, once again, I say that. They are guilty of being turned over, so 3 or 4 occasions in the last 6 or 7 minutes here.
Well, it's cost them a whole hatful of tries against Canada and England in the opening rounds. As we approached the break, no real harm being done, certainly not on the scoreboard. 19-5 penalty try and 2 well-taken tries.
Cynthia, when we have the turnover, please be quiet. You want the ball neatly there. Thank you.
They have very good organisation about them, don't they, the Spanish side, though? I am impressed by them. And obviously this exposure, particularly with obviously the women's game in Europe, a lot more opportunity for games as well, and also the 7 circuit as well, which you know extremely well. It's a good, yeah, they get a lot of growth, don't they, and exposure to this type of competition, albeit in the smaller format of the game. It's running like this, which is encouraged in the game of 7s.
Spain finishing the first half with a flourish as the clock turns to red. Penetrating run there from Vanessa Real, the fullback, and Spain have plenty of players over here in danger perhaps of overcomplicating things initially, but here they come for the bonus point try, and there it is, claimed by the centre, Barbara Pla. Young lady from the Basque region, from Bilbao, and seals the 4th try in the bonus point for Spain, just on the stroke of half-time.
Well, we really felt that Spain had got the edge of them in the open field running situations here, and you were right here. The nice combination coming round on the loop was Bravo on that occasion. She was able, well, it was pretty much a 5-on-2 anyway. They had more than enough numbers with another one to spare on the left-hand side there, Martinez as well, but it was Pra who's over for the try. Possibly in danger of overcomplicating it. Well, they were, weren't they? I don't think the loop was really required there on that occasion there. Good straight running, drawn pass, keep things extremely simple.
2 from 3 for Patricia Garcia. 5 meters rather, in from touch on the near side, just outside the 22. Deathly hush. Respect being shown to the kickers. That's a good effort. Just drops short under the crossbar as referee Hotnet blows the whistle to bring the first half to a close. It's been a good first half for Spain. An early try for Berta Garcia, a penalty try, and then 2 tries coming in quick succession towards the end of the first half. And Spain lead Samoa by 24 points to 5 at half-time. Spain have it all to do in the second half. Welcome back to Makusi, where Spain took a firm grip on this game against Samoa just before the break. They lead by 24 points to 5. Both teams without a win in the tournament so far. But Spain looking good for a place in the 5th to 8th playoffs, if the score remains as it is. So Samoa have it all to do in a mountain to climb in this second 40. Spain then get to restart with that 19-point advantage. A long kick downfield from Patricia Garcia. Samoa. Just the one score in the opening 40 minutes, and a well-taken try by Brenda Collins after some good work out on the right by Talilangi Mefi, who was sin-binned midway through the first half. Patricia Garcia from the Olympic Pozuelo club in Madrid. They are the Spanish champions and have been for the last 4 seasons.
Back off, Blue! Tackle move! No hands
Ball is tucked up there somewhere. Advantage Samoa.
Positive start there by Samoa to this second half. I'm sure there'll be plenty of words had in the changing room at half-time there, and it was Collins who came up with the big tackle in the midfield there to turn the ball over. The kick chase initially was excellent, the kick from Milo. So we just see this is the back end of the play where it broke down. I think we had the replacement on that occasion there, carrying the ball. Tessa right into contact.
We must allow each other to get the bind, okay?
She's come onto the loose head. Let's see if she can help. Well, we had a change on the tight head side also there. So we'll see if this is going to make much changes to the scrummaging going on, where they really struggled in the first half.
Set.
Struck a Samoan leg, I think, and Spain able to take advantage.
Tackle move!
Corina Bravo. It was who took it in for Spain, the outside half.
Move away.
Have to move away from that tackle area. As soon as you made the tackle, release the player, get out of there. It's a game to be played on your feet.
Certainly is, and Cariciano is the guilty player penalised on that occasion there.
Quickly taken.
It's interesting how you can play quickly from a well-done referee. You can't play quickly from a penalty. Smiles all round out there from the because it was all just done so quickly. They thought, well, that looked quite normal, didn't it? But
and a hint of slight embarrassment, I think, on the face of Claire Hodnett there.
The timing is good for me. The timing is good. There was your mark. Sorry about that. Sorry.
Referees, commentators and players need to concentrate. Noah Gonzalez, not straight.
Not straight.
Clearly not straight. As the jumper
What would you like, Blue? Line or scrum?
is leaning
Line or scrum?
over halfway to Paris, I think, for that one.
oh, this is an interesting option. They have the choice from a not straight throw, of course, of taking the line out or the scrum. You feel they would have been better served going into the taking the line out, but maybe they felt confident after their first scrum of the second half, even though they did lose the ball. They did look a lot more stable. And it was just, unfortunately, they just didn't get the right strike there from the hooker. But let's see how they go on this occasion here.
Okay. Ladies, please. You two. Both of you, long bind, on the shirt, on top, please. Let's go.
Yeah, that first scrum, Tessa Wright was packing so low, I think the ball, as it came in, it came off her knee.
Bind!
So let's see.
Thank you. Set!
Much better scrum, Samoa. Unfortunately, the control of the back wasn't great on this occasion. There's a lot of working parts out there, and they're not all quite going for them at this stage.
It's not a well-oiled machine at the moment, but Samoa need an early score in this second half if they are to get back into the game. There's a young lady who could well inspire them, and she's Helen Collins.
No ball! Ball set.
Another loud blast, and away goes Patricia Garcia. Not for the first time we've seen her dart away from that situation. At a short penalty up to the Samoan 22. There she is again, Garcia with a headband. That's Schiavone, another player who represents the Olympic Pozuelo club in Madrid. The captain, lovely hands out to Dr. Garcia, who scored very early on after 5 minutes of the opening half, and slowly but surely Spain making headway here. And off from the look forward, Diana Gasso. Up very quickly was Helen Collins for Samoa, the number 4. Spain still have it through Barbara Pla. Too much room on the far side. Samoan player down and on the near side. To all intents and purposes, Samoa playing with 14 players at the moment. Another clash of heads by the looks of it. Good pressure being applied here by Spain deep inside the Samoan 22. Cleared into touch by Milo, the outside half.
Frantic play there on both sides. See the end of it, big hits coming in, competitive at the breakdown. Bodies may well come in left, right and centre there. Players being cleaned out as well without the ball. This was a quick tap by Garcia. She's lively, isn't she? She's got the advantage for the Samoan players not being back 10 metres. So the replacement has been led off the field there with a clash to the head.
I'm happy the tackles are good.
Yeah, it's the replacement prop, Alaleva Sabakulic. Just led off in the narrow side.
So she tried to put the big shot in earlier. Garcia over here on the right wing here for Spain, and well, she came off the worst for it, really.
Well, Gonzalez, the Spanish hooker,
Okay,
having received a bang to the mouth by the looks of it. Here we are, the replacement prop. Oh. Yeah, one can see the full extent of that injury.
She was just guilty of going in very high, and it was just a clash of heads with Garcia. I think it was who was the ball carrier on that occasion.
It's just on the hairline. Not too much skin there, is there? The blood does tend to flow profusely from that area. A stitch or two perhaps might be required.
Just a shot of Census Johnson there, the tight end prop for Toulouse and Samoa. See, out watching the Samoan, no doubt family relatives out there playing.
Spain looking to up the tempo here, 6 minutes into the second half. Garcia. Hands by Bravo. 3 Spanish players lying deep on this side as it's taken up by Angela Delpan.
Turnover was good, but it's lost forward both ways.
That's a shame for Samoa. They'd won the turnover. The ball just lost forward.
Your timing was good, eh?
Yeah, very strong carry in there by Delpan again. She's been excellent, and on that occasion there, no problem with the turnover there from Cristiano. But once again, when it's those small, it's just as small errors, is it? They're just really unable to get a foothold in this game because of it.
5 sets.
So Berta Garcia on her own on the narrow side. But up from fullback has come Vanessa Real. Well, I think she could well be a decoy runner. She's crept over onto the open side. It's an untidy ball for Patricia Garcia. No surprise to see her going back into the heavy traffic and setting it up again. 5 meters out then from the Samoan try line. Spain already have the bonus points. 4 tries in the opening 40 minutes. Looking to put the game together here. Garcia will just pop it up here, will she? Nah. But forward. Should be disappointed with that. The scrum half who played some of her rugby during the winter in the Waikato in New Zealand.
Well, just see there getting trapped one of her players' legs there on that occasion there. It was Medine on the just got pushed back into it, but she had a very flat. She had the forward. She was wanting to play around the side of the ruck. I think that's what she was concerned about, was if she made the pass, was possibly going to be forward. This is not what Samoa want, is it? They want the ball, yes, but they don't want to have to get it from the scrums, because the last scrum got marched back 10 metres. Ignorant just lost control of it in the last scrum. For the power to come through from the Spanish tight head, Garcia.
Garcia. Slip through on the loose end this time, and he's picked up by the captain, and that's a simple score for the number 8. Well, if anyone deserves a try in this Spanish lineup, it is the captain, Ana Maria Ignarian. She played in the Women's Rugby World Cup of 2006, and that was Spain's last appearance in the World Championships.
Just have a look at the power coming through there. The ball getting trapped in the second row. The ball, well, she's almost putting it in under the second row's feet to try and get it out of there quick enough. It's just getting trapped in there. Power coming through the middle, and then it was very easy for the number 8 there, who has been very impressive, albeit maybe a few handling errors here and there, but she's at the heart of everything good there. And when you've got the 7 in front of you working so well, her life is a lot easier. And she and Garcia, the two of them, been the standout players here for Spain this afternoon on the work of what's been done up front there. The tight 5, very, very impressive display here from Spain.
Good solid scrimmaging there from Spain, turning towards the touchline, opening up the gap. For the captain, Garcia keeps her head down, keeps her eyes on the ball. Flags are in the air, and Spain are out over the 30-point mark, 31-5. With 10 minutes gone in the second half.
Samoa.
Confirmation on the scoreline.
Advantage.
We mentioned it that Samoa just don't want to be going to scrums. Unfortunately, even the handling mistakes from no other choice here. Well, we'll see changes being made here. In the front row, we'll see if this is going to destabilise what has been an extremely powerful scrummaging display here.
It's 3 and 4 going off for Spain. That's Rocio Garcia and Diana Gasso. Muave back on for Samoa.
Bind.
So 26 points the difference, 11 minutes into the second half. Samoa just about managed to scramble that one.
Use it!
Close to this time. Driving hard is the captain, Cynthia Ta'ala. It's on its way. Milo into midfield quickly, finding Brenda Collins. Hasn't had too many opportunities since she scored Samoa's try. Some 15 minutes into the first half. Well taken there by the fullback, Leilu Alai. But as often happens, ball spilt in Spain. Quickly into the hands, almost up to halfway. For the first time, a loud blast and a whistle of the referee Hodnett. Samoa piling into the breakdown area. Might need a foot or a heel to dislodge the ball. To Lua. Leilu Alai, the scrum half. Dug out by the captain. Second row to Ala. In midfield, that's Kensiayuno. And as she gets off the ground, she can't understand how Samoa have lost that scrap of possession that they were able to secure.
Well, it's not getting numbers to the breakdown, are they? And the cleaners missing their jobs there. We talk about one person, one bullet, one kill, if you like, at the breakdown area. I would just see here overrunning play, missing the right numbers there. Solid handoff there in the tackle. Coming back though. Here's the turnover, trying to play away from here. We'll take it back to a tackle ball pile-up situation. Can't be moved. So go to a scrum with the team retaining possession who are going forward on this occasion. Spain yet again. Well, stacking out 5 players in the back line out the left-hand side. You can be sure it's going to be running 8-9 round to this right-hand side, because there is acres of space here for them to run into towards us in our commentary position.
Yeah, Berta Garcia out wide on her own. The gap is filled by Vanessa Real, bringing Garcia in on the angle. Not quite at the pace, perhaps, that Real would have wanted her to. This looks promising from the replacement Lourdes Almeida. Another Sevens exponent. In fact, there are 10 players in this Spanish squad with Sevens experience on the IRB Sevens World Series. Spain a core team. Neat offload there from Angela Del Pan, the number 7, finding Kelly Martinez. Spain going across field rather than making inroads downfield. Skiabo. Another of the Spanish players who spent time in New Zealand. Good breakout there from Vanessa Real. Showing good vision, good pace as well. Paula Medin, 6. Lourdes Almeida. Spin out from Garcia, well taken there by Marina Bravo. This is much better from Spain. Again, looking to up the tempo. That's the loose head prop, Isabel Rico. Can play at hooker or at prop. Something of a joker is Isabel Rico. Loves a laugh. It's a serious matter, this game. I'm not sure what the intention was there from the captain.
Just to get much of a laugh there from that kick from the captain, Will. Oh dear. Big collision there through the midfield on that occasion there. Bravo taking a huge shot. With Spain back in possession. Can they make this count? They seem to have numbers all over the field. Samoa at 6s and 7s defensively at the moment. They're coming in 1s and 2s.
Real once again, Samoa offside. Will hang on to something tight. Anything could happen here. Garcia nips away. This time she'll be called back.
Have to wait for the mark.
That's the only thing saving Samoa was the referee hadn't set the mark there for Garcia. She's looking for that opportunity on every single occasion.
Two injuries down there.
This was the initial break earlier, getting onto the outside here. Lovely running, just didn't use her on that occasion there, Real. Not aware of where a support play was coming from Garcia, who ducked under the inside.
One or two bodies down on the far side, one of them being the Samoan second row, Helen Collins.
They've been more competitive here at the start of the second half, haven't they? Have just conceded the 1 try. To 16 minutes of play in the second half, but you just feel that there are more and more gaps are opening up, and the superior fitness, the superior conditioning of this Spanish side. Can't help but feel there are going to be a lot more opportunities for them out there in the second half, in this last 25 minutes.
Quarter off.
They're taking a shot at goal here, which is interesting. That possibly tells you, well, we're talking about the superior conditioning, but maybe they're feeling, well, hey,
shot at goal.
We're going to take a bit of a breather ourselves here, regather our thoughts, and let's try and kick the 3 points, get back to halfway, and let's restart again.
So Patricia Garcia. Lines up this kick just outside the Samoan 22 in midfield. Ball set up on the tee. Wrecked. Not leaning forward, as very often is the custom. To the post, back down to the ball. Sweeps through it, as it should be done. It's another 2 points, 3 points rather, for Spain and for Patricia Garcia. That takes the game even further away from the Islanders.
Okay,
So Isabel Rico, the loose head prop forward, gives way.
Outside and taken back.
Garcia can't go for touch because the ball was taken back into the 22. Tracking back is Ola Keresiano. She has a scrum half in close support. The two sisters in concert there. The Leilu Alai sisters. Step from Murphy, who's looked quite a handful when she gets the ball in hand, and a little space in which to maneuver. Keresiano, well, she'll make space where there isn't any. Lovely hands from Milo again to Murphy, the right winger. Almost up to halfway. The best of passes. Swept out to Muavi, the tight head. The Spanish girls complimenting themselves on their defense.
Well, they held a good kick chase. The kick found space. They're able to get the line upfield, high upfield. Good organisation in the Spanish line. We'll see here the inside tracking across here. That's Pra again, Barbara Pra tracking across on the inside, able to make the tackle. Everybody realigning. No real holes through the Spanish defences there. The organisation, very impressive. They're working hard together, and well, you just feel that Samoa physically really starting to suffer out here now. This could be a long 20 minutes for them.
Yeah, this is going to be the best result for Spain in a very long time. And as we approach the hour, it's 34 points to 5. Still 20 minutes or so to go. And you'd think that Spain would certainly finish the stronger of the two teams. Still camped in the Samoan half. Mistake by Skiabon.
No advantage.
This is how it was for Spain against Canada and against England. They gifted so many tries, some loose passes, ball knocked forward. If they could tighten up those aspects of play, and they certainly could.
Well, they've got some very good runners out there that move very well. You talk about tightening up. I think one thing they could probably physically do is just close the gap in between the players. That they just seem to be setting themselves a little bit wide of each other, committing to running hard lines very early, possibly a little bit tighter, crisper passing, and allow the ball to do the work to get to the space rather than running into that space.
Collapse on the near side. Sure about the feet into the scrum either. Looked a little bit crooked from where I'm sitting.
Well, I think the referee's just trying to give every advantage to Samoa to try and get the ball out of the scrum to try and so we can see some running rugby from them.
Right, sunshine, little cloud overhead.
Bind. Set.
Drive comes through on the loose head from Spain. Spun out from Milo. Miffy asking questions on the far side.
Only a tackle.
This is better from the Islanders. Rita Lili'i. Let's see what the Samoans were practicing in the warm-up before the game. Misunderstanding there in midfield between 4 and 10.
5 red, offside.
Maria Ribera is the Spanish player penalised. The number 5. Samoa won't give up. Milo.
6 move! Off your feet, 6!
Good tackle on Muavi. Samoa number 3, but it's still there for the Islanders. Lovely hands from the replacement 16, Tessa Wright. Shifting 1 or 2 bodies out of the way.
It's an effective clean-out, wasn't it? One way to do is to hit the hole here. Samoa building pressure here. Well, they've got to make something stick here at some point, don't they?
And another 5 metres gained over the 10-metre line. for what may be the first time in this second half.
Use it.
It's all slowed down, ball tied up, and here they come again, driving forward. Latching on there was Wavi. Or was it? No, just Talar, captain, number 5.
Big counter ruck coming in here from Spain. This could be an opportunity turnover to play the ball wide.
Yeah, very effective, and the Spanish backline just stepping back a metre or two. An opportunity to gain ground here through the kick. As another penalty goes against Samoa.
Okay.
So, arrive at the water break. So late tackler charge into the back of the replacement, the Spanish replacement. Brings about a penalty into the final quarter. Chance for a breather, but Spain, well, they have this one wrapped up. I'm sure they wouldn't mind scoring another try or two, as they will progress to the 5th to 8th placed playoff.
Just going through their paces, warming up on the backfield here. The artificial, one of the 2 artificial surfaces here at Marcosi. A great setup here for all rugby. The national team obviously based here, where they prepare for all their games, and that'll be Wales warming up, and they'll be taking on Australia next up, which will be an interesting clash as well.
Yeah, the teams, again, as you probably saw, sporting the Keep Rugby Clean T-shirts. Keeping rugby clean is important for the health of athletes, and to ensure it is a level playing field for all players. There we are, the bright red shirts. You might see some yellow shirts as well as...
Help if I got my teams right, wouldn't it? When it's South Africa, of course, who are playing on the next game, not Australia.
There we go. Should have corrected you, of course. Thought better of it. Yeah, Wales, South Africa both winless in this tournament. Both teams disappointed. As indeed Spain and Samoa been, but Spain looking good here. 5 tries in total, 4 of them in the first half. Captain Anna Maria Agneren with the 5th try.
Well, they had the choice of the scrum or line out. After 64 minutes, they've decided the scrum's not working and they're going to take the line out. Well, that didn't work either.
It might still work out for them. On the charge. Yeah, this is Rita Lili, taken by Marina Bravo on the Spanish 10-meter line. Quick ball this time for Milo. She'll have a go herself. Not often do we see her do that. More often than not, just the short pass and getting the strike runners, Brenda Collins and Vitala Marina on her shoulder.
12 release. Not here.
Barbara Plaab, the redhead, being penalised there for not releasing the play after the tackle.
Quite clearly part of the tackle, still involved in the tackle. She's got to have a moment that the referee called tackle on that occasion. She's looking for separation. Samoa play away quickly.
Good angle there. Shown to the number 8, Cariciano. Battling away is Charlene Fangalilo. Inside the Spanish 22. On the charge, Sylvia Ta'ala, the captain. Milo organising her outside backs. There's the long floated pass. Spain were up very quickly to prevent anything from developing. But Samoa still have it. Full back. Leilu Ailai. Spain in determined fashion. Stemming that tide of attack. And have turned the ball over. Just on their own 22. Patricia Garcia thinks about the pass, thinks again, has a go herself. Bundle of energy is Patricia Garcia, just 5 feet 4 inches tall. 17, 18 caps to her name. Played at centre, actually gets carried up. Samoa somehow won the ball then. It's Milo once again. Oh, lovely work by her. Inviting Muave to come on onto the pass, but to no avail. As Vanessa Rial takes it into contact. Ignar and the captain.
Over.
She's combined well with Lourdes Alameda since she's come on. Samoa once more down to 14 players. The pass now that Martinez, a little room on the left-hand side there to challenge and try and get the better of her opposite number. She's been doing all the defending so far this afternoon, but a rare chance to go on the offensive. Elena Redondo, another Olympic Pozuelo player from Madrid, moving to France next season. Real. Wrong foot. Faitale Marina. There'll be a lot of tired bodies out there in some 12 minutes or so when the referee decides to call full time.
It's a long sequence of play here. Spain controlling ball under a lot of attention. Some big hits coming in from Samoa, but that's some very effective clean-out. Presentation's good up until that point there. Play on, says the referee. Could open up here for Spain.
Yeah, Samoa putting boot to ball. And look at the two Samoan players down, stretching. The old calf muscles, the cramp has set in, but the forwards, good leg drive, pumping the legs there. Heading for the Samoan posts. Brought to a halt eventually by referee Hornet.
Unsuccessful maul.
Unsuccessful maul. Perhaps you might have heard the call. Spanish supporters enjoyed that one.
Time off, please. Substitution, 10 red.
Bodies down all over the place, aren't there, at the moment? But it was Garcia carrying the ball through on that occasion, and it was Helen Collins.
Sorry, second substitution.
Able to get under the ball there, hold her up, not allow her to get to the ground in any way whatsoever.
14 blue substitution.
Well, there's Arua Gonzalez down on the near side here. I think it's the replacement wearing 17, Elena Redondo, with that grey cap, who's also suffering. The ground is pretty hard and underfoot, especially with the weather we've had of late. Some welcome rain last night. I'm not sure that it did all that much good.
Water off.
It wasn't a persistent rain, just the odd shower, heavy shower. Didn't really penetrate the ground. So it's taking its toll on the players.
Thanks, Rory.
Arua Gonzalez. She's back on her feet.
Okay, guys, water off, please.
So good passage of play there from Spain. As we look again. Tackle there on Redondo, the replacement.
Coach! Bind! Set!
Rosanne Laupepe. Placement scrum half. Dominant scrum once more from Spain. Real up from fullback. The offload to Schiavone. Well tackled. As she made the ball available. Albeit untidily, perhaps.
Oh, dear. That's...
No hands.
You felt that?
Lua Loali on that one on there. She made one huge hit there. I think, no, it wasn't. I've got the player mistaken. The player there was Curiciano on that tackle there. That was a huge shot.
Yeah, Paula Medin, she's still down.
Be interesting to have a look at this one again here.
Play down there.
Played Doug. Well, Suggestion of a high shot. Well, no, she caught her across the shoulder.
And slipped up.
Just, well, yeah, I think the referee called that one exactly right. It looked a lot worse in real time, didn't it? But the impact felt there by the Spanish player, and she's down getting treatment. If they'd started with this intention in this game, they possibly could have rattled Spain a bit more, couldn't they? That's, as the frustration and the... I think they realised that this game is obviously well and truly out of any chance of winning it in the last 10 or 15 minutes or so, but they've started to really put themselves about and physically try and dominate the Spanish side, and have done a pretty reasonable job of it. Now, if they'd come in with the intention of trying to do that from the start, then maybe they wouldn't be looking at the scoreline of 34 points to 5. And, well, we saw Garcia earlier deciding for the option to take in the easy 3 points. Easy-ish 3 points, because there's nothing easy for a goal kicker, of course, but it's another opportunity to let her team regroup. It just added another 3 onto the scoreboard.
Yeah, you've got a feel for Samoa. They've done incredibly well to qualify, considering they play virtually no rugby at all, and most of the preparation has taken place in New Zealand. Did most of the squad living there, but also they lost coach Peter Fatialofa, who died in November last year, 6 months after guiding them to World Cup qualification. So at the back of their minds seems to be that untimely death of Fats as well. You can see quite make it that time. Looking to break out from defence was Luatua.
Toujours 34 à 5 pour Samoa. Samoa 5.
Spain once more the ball carrier well covered, putting pressure on the Samoan defence. So the last 10 minutes here, 34 to 5, 5 tries in Spain's total. Samoa. 1 or 2 injuries by the looks of it. It's the little Patricia Garcia, who's been who is suffering this time.
In an onside position. That's 2 penalties against you for that offence. You need to go and talk to your players. Penalty here.
Stern words then from Claire Hodnett to Cynthia Ta'ala, the Samoan captain.
Just see here, base right, hands are on, but the ball is not officially out of the ruck until that ball has been lifted. Just see here, has she got her hands on the ball there? Well, maybe not even, but the problem is she just collapsed on the ankle there, and
with a little
love
help.
The dive though. Love the dive. The Spanish, probably well known for their prowess with the round ball, or maybe not at the last World Cup certainly, but here we go. That was reminiscent of some of the great players who adorned the round ball.
Trying to make the link between diving and Spanish football there for a second, Simon. Not sure where you were coming from.
No, neither was I.
You pulled out just at the last minute. Scrum time. Garcia's back on her feet. That's good news for Spain. Ellie Martinez has swapped wings. She's come over onto the right wing here to make room for a replacement on the left.
Stay on, stay.
The square and under the posts.
Control drive here from Spain, and it's the captain once more looking for a try, and she has secured it. Aguilera, well-controlled scrum. It's a second try for the Spanish captain, which takes Spain to 39 points with a conversion to come.
Well, high fives all round from the front row, the tight 5. They're delighted with that. Everyone was aware. They're saying the number 8's coming. Watch out, she's coming off the back. She's coming off the back. No, she wasn't, because that power through the middle. You'll see the flanker on this side on this occasion here. I think it's Colin who's packing down on the side. She's already detached. The head's out. She's looking up. She's not used to packing down on the side of her scrum. Unlike her illustrious brother in his All Black career, Jerry Collins, he knew how to stop it in that situation, but unfortunately she's used to pushing the second row there. The head was up, no power coming through behind her Lucette prop. And Spain once again too powerful at scrum time, and once again potential for another 7-pointer.
Garcia eyes the posts. And fares a little better this time, as Spain are out to 41 points against that solitary score from Brenda Collins. after about 12 minutes of the first half.
Inside.
Ignorant on the charge from the restart. Well supported by Elena Redondo.
No, no. That was an accident. It was an accident. It's a scrum. Red going forward.
Yeah, an accidental
Time off, substitution blue,
injury
red.
there to the
Red two,
Samoan
sorry.
player.
Red two, substitution.
See
Samoa,
the injuries
substitution number 8.
to the Samoan players.
Gonzalez making her way off. She's had an outstanding game, hasn't she? Played very well the whole front row, well, the whole 8 up front, haven't they? It's,
Well, the note I've got here about Arua Gonzalez is that she's a bit of a Jekyll and Hyde character. Aggressive but lovely.
Okay, 7.
Need a bit of aggression in this game.
so they'd have a
Water off, please.
Rottweiler as well, couldn't you? But they've certainly been tenacious up front.
Time on,
Have
scrum,
worked
red
extremely
going
hard.
forward.
Scrummaged
Here's
very
Mark.
well. There's a clash of heads in there.
Well, there's a little more than a clash of heads, I think. There's a stray boot. But the referee clearly indicated that it was accidental, Claire Hodnett. She's taken a firm
Crouch.
grip on this game right from the
Bye.
opening whistle.
Set. Yes.
She can only referee what's in front of her.
Oh, that's so true, isn't it? And you know, you feel for them at times, and the skill level's not quite there to allow the flowing game that they'd like to be part of as well. They'll get the enjoyment from a good running open game as well, the referees. Everything a lot cleaner and neater for them to referee.
Keeping a watchful eye on the Samoan defensive line there. Lovely pass, floated pass out wide. Martinez, this time with room to run, looking for the outside shoulder of the fullback. Leilualai.
Thank you.
Fullback using the touchline to good effect as an extra defender.
Time off,
Covered it
please.
very well, didn't she?
Come off.
Tried to keep the arm
Substitution.
free,
Once again, please.
then tried round the back to
Number
keep it in
11
play.
blue.
Just unlucky.
11 blue, Cynthia. Okay, let's have her on, please.
Samoa
11
wanting
blue.
to make further substitutions.
Can we get 11 blue off, please?
It'll be Luatua. Will be replaced on the left wing
Number 2, 2 blue.
by Fizzlord and Levy. She's a prop forward. But there we go. And a hooker. Samoa using up all their
Time on.
reserves here. That's a mistake on the
Back
graphic,
off,
I
Blue.
thought as much.
Stay on your feet,
There's
Red.
Bernadette Robertson, who's taken her place on the left wing. Milo. Again, looking to bring Faitale Mariner
Brilliant tackle.
into action. Didn't quite get it right this time.
Lost forward on the floor.
So the game drawing to a close. Some 4 minutes remaining. 41-5. 2 tries for the
Here's Mark.
Spanish captain, Ignorant. 6 tries in total. So the Spanish supporters will have something to celebrate with their players tonight.
Crouch. Bye.
Finals next Wednesday. We move on from here to the home of Stade Francais Rugby Club at the Jean Bouin Stadium in the shadow of the old Parc des Princes.
It's looking almost a little bit dangerous at the moment, the way the scrummaging is going. And, well, thankfully, we're almost time up on the clock. We won't need to see too many more, but you just don't want to see people be trapped underneath A well-oiled machine that is this 8 up front here for the Spanish side. Absolutely destroyed the Samoan pack.
Yeah, didn't envisage that, I have to admit.
No, you've run into a play on.
Vanessa Real judge of run into the Samoan player. Robertson, first touch of the ball then. For the replacement out on the left for Samoa. Another representative from the Ardmore Marist
Time
club.
off. Substitution. Number, please.
No less than 7 from the Marist club in the squad today.
13 blue, substitution.
Till start coming on for Brenda Collins.
Time is on.
Trots off gingerly.
Full advantage.
So all the Samoan replacements now being used up here as coaches give all the charges a chance to have a run out. Yes, they'll be involved in games next week on Wednesday and Saturday to determine their final seeding, final positions.
Very demanding tournament physically, isn't it, with 4-day turnarounds?
Certainly is. Again, Vanessa Real, well, somebody deserves a try. The fullback does. She's been at the heart of everything that's good about the Spanish attack. Lobbing those long passes out, coming up from fullback. Well, she did play on the wing against England at fly half versus Canada.
Yes.
And she finds herself at fly half for the remaining few minutes of this match.
You're outside.
So yeah, they've been trying to set up this rolling more. Something they've been trying to do a lot more in the second half here. Stay on their feet, try and take Spain through the middle. Rather take Samoa through the middle, avoiding contact on the ground, and avoiding that breakdown situation, which has been a bit untidy, well, particularly from both sides today.
Stand up, please. No. We must stay in the gap before I call set, please. Okay.
It's a very patient Claire Hodnett, I have to say.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Low Pepe feeds, but it's one against the head by Spain, and again the scrum has turned. It's the captain once more, Garcia. In search of a try to round things off here. Can the captain herself get a hat-trick, I wonder? Holding the bridge there, making sure that the ball does come back cleanly. Samoa would appear to have it covered on the narrow side, but Spain again drive forward through the guts of that Samoan defence. 2 metres short of the Samoan try line. Plenty of players out here on the right, and the forwards take it up once more. The drive is held up by Samoa. They can see the ball, the referee can see the ball, and it's not going to come from there.
Held up.
Courageous defence, holding up that maul there. The referee beautifully positioned to see that that ball was not forced over the try line. But unfortunately for Samoa, what have we got now? Scrum. And from at least 4 scrums, we've resulted in tries today. So chances are the hat-trick.
So what are the odds on the captain claiming a hat-trick here?
I'm not taking any more bets on that one, I don't think, with a scrum. Well, last play of the game. Can Samoa muster something to hold them out?
Crouch. Bind.
So the clock turns to red.
Set. Hold.
Well, it's been a good,
Yes.
solid victory for Spain over Samoa. 41-5. One final effort. Comes in 5 metres out, and here they come again. It's another penalty. Quickly taken by Garcia. She got there. Yes, she has.
Lost it forward.
Or has she?
Lost it forward.
Well called. Well called, Simon. I can't believe it, says Patricia Garcia. Well, she's been trying all afternoon, but the score remains at 41-5 and the final whistle. Good win for Spain, 6 tries in all, 1 for Samoa. So, something for the Spanish supporters to raise their voices about, as we will have a look again at the highlights of what's proven to be a convincing win for Spain. Certainly one of the highlights has been the performance of the captain, Ana Maria Aignaren, from the base. Sweeping it out on that occasion for Berta Garcia's try and the opening try of the match.
Oh.
Samoa, they looked good for them when Miffy got hold of the ball and beat 3 Spanish defenders out on the right. And finally, it was the strength of Brenda Collins that took her to the try line, despite the attentions of Berta Garcia.
8, clear release, please.
Always problematic for Samoa in the scrimmage areas. Delpan rather. It was the flank forward, got in on the scoring action. Spain looked to complicate things somewhat as Barbara Parr went over. No harm done. In the second half, we had a penalty try in the first. Aignaren with that scrum dominance from Spain.
Stay on, stay.
Once more, here she is, leading by example, jotting it down for Spain's 6th try in this match, their first win, and they will now progress through to the 5th to 8th playoff. It was almost a try for Berta Garcia, but it wasn't allowed, lost over the try line, says referee Hotnett from England. So I congratulate Spain on their win here, and Samoa, well, they will come again, I'm sure. Smiles all round on the faces of the Spanish players. They've scored a wonderful victory here, 41-5 over Samoa.